Hello, church family. It's time for your Thursday update. I want to do a Christmas reflection today. I want to think about the fact that the shepherds came to worship, and they came to worship the Prince of Peace, who came to finally bridge the separation between God and mankind and purchase peace for us. Man, we've all done it, right? We have all had that awkward interaction with somebody else where we said something or did something that was very, as the young kids say today, cringeworthy. It finally somebody says or does something and it kind of moves the attention away. The pain of it remains in our hearts and minds for the rest of the evening, and we even get up the next day thinking about it. After a few years, it becomes a humorous story that you tell to friends, but overall, though, in the moment there, it's just terrible to go through. Well, in a similar fashion, it happened at the beginning of time with Adam and Eve in the garden. The Bible tells us, and they heard the sound of the Lord walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And the man and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord among the trees of the garden. But the Lord God called to the man and said, "Who are you?" And he said, "I heard the sound of you in the garden, and I was afraid. I was naked, and I hid myself." And he said, "Who told you you were naked? You have eaten of the tree that I command you not to eat." The man said, "The woman whom you gave me, she gave me fruit of the tree, and I ate." Then the Lord God said to the woman, "Which is this that you have done?" The woman said, "The serpent shall deceive me, and I ate." Adam and Eve had more than just an awkward interaction there. That was one of the first awkward blunders and embarrassing and shame. And for the first time between man and God, instead of there being love, it's being replaced with fear. Instead of there being communion, it's replaced with hiding. Instead of there being designed for intimacy, they're fleeing from intimacy. There's no peace now with God. That peace and love and intimacy and communion's been broken. They used to delight in God and He in them, and they were created to live in this unbreakable bond of love with Him. So their reaction seems out of place and awkward, like those awkward things we say or do sometimes in group gatherings. But God notices that they have not approached Him with their usual joy. They've not approached Him, and so He calls out to them. The bond between God and mankind was broken, and the implications are a little more than that. You see, our problem is not just that we live in a broken world and that its brokenness enters our doors. Beneath the reality is a much deeper problem. We have a glory problem. We have preferred living for ourselves over living for something or someone bigger than ourselves. In our marriages, in our parenting, in our work, in our friendships, in our churches, we have all made life all about us. We tend to reduce this action to a field of our concerns and our own satisfactions and our own happiness. It's not wrong to want to control or to want to be right or to like beautiful possessions. Those are okay. Or to be surrounded by a community of love, but it's certainly wrong and spiritually dangerous for us to let those things rule our heart. So this Christmas, as we think about this, here is the joy of Christmas. The shepherds came to worship the Prince of Peace, who came to restore that peace that was broken. Don't forget about your Lottie Moon Christmas giving this year and giving to the church as well. And also, don't forget about the upcoming cantatas that we have, one in the adults in the morning at 9, and also the children's. I look forward to worshiping with you on Sunday. Till next time.